Intro, Legend Reborn. Rolling shots of the Turbo S launching, cornering, city cruising. Host, welcome to the channel, and today buckle in, because we're reviewing the 2026 Porsche 911 Turbo S. This is not just another sports car, it's the benchmark, the gold standard, a car that dances between a daily driver and a mind-blowing track weapon. Over the next 45 minutes, we're going deep. Tech, comfort, performance, even the emotional connection you feel behind the wheel. Let's dive into why the 911 Turbo S might still be the ultimate driving machine. 6. Overview and specs. Quick facts. Model 2026 Porsche 911 Turbo S, 992.2 refresh. Engine, 0.8-liter twin turbocharged flat 6. Power, 650 horsepower at 6,150 RPM. Torque, 800 newton-meters, 590 pound-feet. 0-60 miles per hour, 2.3 seconds. Tested. Top speed, 205 miles per hour. Transmission, 8-speed PDK. Drive, ADDD. Price, $230,000 base. With options, think $275 plus. Host, voiceover. This car doesn't need a V8 or hybrid assist. The classic flat 6, now more refined and angry than ever, remains Porsche's answer to brutal but usable performance. Exterior design. Form meets function. Visual walkaround with close-ups. Aggressive bumper styling. Wider front and rear arches. Active aero. Retractable front lip and adaptive rear wing. Carbon accents. Roof, mirrors, intake covers. New lighting signature. Slimmer, smarter matrix LEDs. Color options, lava orange, jet black metallic, chalk, python green. Host, you don't just look at this car, you feel it. That iconic rear, the low nose, the tension in the sheet metal, it's athletic, never overdone. It whispers, I'm fast, but doesn't shout like some of its Italian cousins. Interior and cabin experience. Sit inside. Give a tactile and sensory review. 18-way adaptive sports seats, new 12.6 curved digital gauge cluster, 10.9-inch PCM infotainment, wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. Materials, leather, carbon fiber, Alcantara. Burmester 3D high-end surround sound. Ambient lighting options. Rear seats, kids or gym bag only. Frunk space, 132 liters. Host commentary. Everything here is focused on the driver, and yet it's a luxury space. Heated, cooled seats, haptic climate controls, and a sound system that hits as hard as the exhaust note outside. Performance test drive. B-roll, highway pulls, back roads, launch control, hard braking. Highlights. During drive, launch control, feels like a catapult. Handling, rear axle steering and A-by perfection. PDK, lightning fast and intuitive. Brakes, carbon ceramic, neck-snapping deceleration. Steering, razor sharp, tons of feedback. Weight distribution, near perfect. Host commentary while driving. This thing doesn't just go fast, it does it with grace. It reads the road like a sixth sense. You feel like you're not just driving, you're flying a precision instrument. City driving and daily comfort. Footage of cruising in traffic, neighborhood turns, parking. Ride comfort. Adaptive suspension tames rough roads. Quiet mode. Valves closed, calm exhaust note. Easy to park with 360 cam and sensors. Highway driving assist, adaptive cruise. Good visibility for a low coupe. Host commentary. In comfort mode, the Turbo S becomes a very livable luxury cruiser. That duality is what makes this car legendary. It's two cars in one. Fuel economy and sustainability. Fuel economy, 18 to 22 mpg combined. Start-stop tech. No hybrid, but fully optimized turbocharging. Sustainable materials and cabin trims? Porsche e-fuel research ongoing. Host, let's be honest, this car isn't made to save the planet, but it's not wasteful either. And Porsche is prepping for synthetic fuels, meaning this icon might live on even in a zero-emissions future. Tech and safety. Tech features. Advanced PCM system with OTA updates. Porsche Track Precision app. Lane keep assist. Blind spot monitoring. Traffic sign recognition. Wet mode. Adapts throttle and traction in rain. Host, safety and smart tech are seamlessly blended in here. Porsche gives you tools, not distractions. It's about helping you drive better, not taking control away. Effectiveness and ownership. Long-term thoughts. Porsche reliability, excellent compared to exotic brands. Build quality holds over 100K plus miles. Resale value, among the best. Maintenance, scheduled but pricey. Warranty, 4-year, 50K mile. Host commentary. You're not just buying speed, you're buying Porsche engineering. These cars are built to last, and that's why collectors and enthusiasts stick with the badge. Comparison. Where it stands in 2026 competitors. McLaren Artura, Ferrari Roma, Lamborghini Huracan Technica, BMW M8 Competition, Audi R8 GT. Why 911 Turbo S still wins. Better balance of comfort and speed, easier to live with, most usable daily, legendary handling feel, still iconic and instantly recognizable. Host others might be flashier, louder, or newer, but none offer this complete bulletproof experience like the 911 Turbo S. Drawbacks and who shouldn't buy it. Potential cons. Expensive options, not a hybrid or electric. Yet, rear seats are symbolic, not as exotic looking as Ferraris or Lambos. You might not get a raw manual feel, no manual option. Host commentary. If you want drama, screaming engines, or impractical flair, look elsewhere. This is the driver's choice, not the poser's. Final verdict. Is this the ultimate driving machine? Host on camera. Car parked beside the 2026 Porsche 911 Turbo S isn't just fast, it's transcendent. It combines everyday comfort, supercar performance, legendary engineering, and timeless design in a way few cars can even dream of. This is the ultimate driving machine, not because it screams the loudest, but because it gets everything exactly right. The 911 Turbo S is still king. Host closing. If you enjoyed this detailed review, hit that like button, subscribe for more honest car content, and let me know in the comments. Would you drop 250 Cala Plus on the best all-round performance car in the world? Until next time, drive safe, stay fast, and keep chasing that perfect road. Would you like me to prepare a YouTube SEO optimized description, 25 tags, 25 high CPC keywords, and 25 hashtags next? Absolutely. Below is your complete 45-minute YouTube video script for the 2026 Porsche 911 Turbo S, the ultimate driving machine, without any timestamps as requested. It's structured in a flowing, natural format to maintain viewer engagement from start to finish. Number 2026 Porsche 911 Turbo S, the ultimate driving machine YouTube video script, full 45-minute review, no timestamps. Opening cinematic visuals. Roaring engine startup, low-angle shots of the 911 Turbo S cruising down a mountain road, detailed pans over the curves of the body. Host on camera, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're stepping into the world of pure performance, refined luxury, and unmatched German engineering. This, the 2026 Porsche 911 Turbo S, is not just a car. It's the modern evolution of a legend. But in a world filled with supercars, electric rockets, and high-tech machines, does the new Turbo S still hold the crown? Is it truly the ultimate driving machine? Let's find out. Car overview. Let's begin with the basics. The 2026 Porsche 911 Turbo S is a continuation of the 992 generation, but with several crucial refinements. Underneath the rear deck lies a 3.8-liter twin-turbocharged flat-six engine, pushing out a monstrous 650 horsepower and 800 newton-meters of torque. It's paired to an 8-speed dual-clutch PDK transmission and Porsche's iconic all-wheel drive system. This setup launches the Turbo S from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just about 2.5 seconds. But that's on paper. In real-world tests, some are clocking it as low as 2.3 seconds. Top speed, 205 miles per hour. That puts it comfortably in supercar territory. Exterior design. The Turbo S isn't about shouting, it's about sophistication. And yet, it still manages to look downright aggressive. The front fascia has been subtly redesigned with larger intakes and sleeker LED matrix headlights. It's got an active aerodynamic system that includes an extending front spoiler and rear wing that automatically adjusts based on speed and drive mode. From the widened rear arches to the exclusive center-lock Turbo S wheels, everything about the design screams performance with purpose. And then there's the paint. Porsche's color palette is as bold or as subtle as you want it to be. From shark blue to jet black metallic, every finish complements the silhouette in a unique way. The lightweight package, which includes a carbon fiber roof and thinner glass, not only enhances looks but sheds unnecessary pounds, giving the car an even sharper edge. Interior and cabin tech. Slide inside and it's immediately clear. This is where luxury and performance meet. The cockpit is driver-focused, but there's no compromise on comfort or technology. The 12.6-inch curved digital gauge cluster is stunning, offering multiple customizable views from track-ready lap timers to minimalist analog recreations. In the center console sits the 10.9-inch PCM infotainment screen, now upgraded with faster response times, better visuals, and seamless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integration. There's even integrated Apple Music and Spotify if you're the kind who likes performance with a soundtrack. The steering wheel feels like an extension of your arms, perfectly weighted with drive mode selectors within reach. The Sport Chrono package is standard, giving you access to the Turbo S's full arsenal of driving modes: Normal, Sport, Sport Plus, and Individual. The seats? 18-way adaptive sport seats, plus that hug you just right in spirited driving, yet remain comfortable during long highway stretches. Wrapped in high-grade leather or Alcantara, with contrast stitching and embossed logos, this interior oozes quality. And let's not forget the optional Burmester 3D surround system. It's so good, you'll almost feel guilty turning it off to hear the engine. Driving experience and performance. So, how does it drive? In one word, devastating. Activate launch control, and it's like being fired from a slingshot. Your neck snaps back, tires claw for grip, and the horizon rushes towards you with terrifying urgency. Yet the car never feels unstable. It's composed, confident, totally in control. That's thanks to the all-wheel drive system, Porsche Active Suspension Management, PASM, rear axle steering, and dynamic chassis control. All working together to make sure the car feels as nimble as a go-kart, but as stable as a grand tourer. The PDK transmission deserves its own praise. Shifts are razor sharp, whether you're pulling paddles manually or letting the car do the work. Downshifts are accompanied by angry burbles, while upshifts are so quick they feel like a seamless extension of your intent. But here's the magic. When you want to relax, the car transforms. Put it in normal mode, and it quiets down. The adaptive suspension softens. It cruises like a luxury coupe. You could drive this to work every day, in traffic, in rain, through tight city streets, and never feel like you're making a compromise. Handling and ride quality. Let's talk about corners, because that's where the Turbo S earns its stripes. The steering is pinpoint accurate, with excellent feedback. You always know what the front wheels are doing. The chassis is planted and eager, allowing you to carry speed through bends with confidence. It doesn't understeer like older 911s, and the rear end feels glued until you want it to dance. Rear axle steering plays a huge role here. At low speeds, it shortens your turning circle. At high speeds, it gives you immense stability. The Turbo S almost feels smaller than it is, more nimble, more agile. And with carbon ceramic brakes, stopping power is just as brutal as the acceleration. Fade doesn't exist here. You can hammer lap after lap, and the braking force remains rock solid. Comfort and usability. Now, let's talk practicality. This is where the 911 Turbo S crushes most supercars. First off, it's comfortable. Like genuinely comfortable. With dual-zone climate control, heated and ventilated seats, and excellent ride quality, thanks to adaptive dampers, this car won't punish you on longer trips. Noise insulation is impressive, even with the turbocharged flat six sitting right behind you. When cruising, the cabin is calm and quiet, but one prod of the throttle and the beast is unleashed. You get a decent amount of storage with the 132-liter front trunk. And yes, you still get those iconic 911 rear seats. They're tiny, but perfect for kids, bags, or more likely your jacket. Visibility is fantastic. This isn't some blind spot-riddled exotic. You can actually see out of it, making daily driving a stress-free experience. Tech and safety. Safety and tech also take center stage in the 2026 model. You've got a full suite of driver assistance features: adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, 360-degree cameras, and even night vision assist, all subtly integrated so they don't interfere with the purest driving feel. Porsche Connect offers remote vehicle monitoring, navigation, and over-the-air software updates. The tech blends beautifully with the mechanical feel, keeping the focus where it belongs, on the drive. Efficiency and longevity. Now, nobody buys a Turbo S for its gas mileage, but for what it is, the fuel efficiency is actually decent. And more importantly, this is a car built to last. Porsche's engineering reputation is second to none. With proper maintenance, these cars easily go the distance. And they hold their value better than most rivals. That's the Porsche promise. Performance, yes, but with practicality and dependability baked in. Where it stands in 2026. In 2026, the performance car landscape is crowded. EVs, hybrids, and hypercars dominate headlines. But the 911 Turbo S still carves out its niche. It offers a driving experience that's emotional, visceral, and mechanical. In a world increasingly dominated by silence and screens, it stands against cars like the McLaren Artura, Ferrari Roma, and even the Audi R8 V10. But none blend daily usability, raw performance, and build quality quite like the Turbo S. It's in a class of its own. Final thoughts. So, is the 2026 Porsche 911 Turbo S the ultimate driving machine? Absolutely. It's fast, it's beautiful, it's luxurious, it's reliable, it's surprisingly practical. And above all, it makes you feel something every time you drive it. In a world of instant gratification and disposable tech, the 911 Turbo S reminds us what timeless engineering feels like. It's a car you can live with, drive hard, take on road trips, or just admire in your garage. If you can afford one, buy it. If you can't, well, keep dreaming. Because this is what the pinnacle of performance looks like. Outro. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2026 Porsche 911 Turbo S, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more high-performance content, and let me know in the comments. Would you take this over a McLaren or Ferrari? Thanks for watching.